Boom bow.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Are We Watching This? And we are reviewing Love Island All Stars Season 3, Episode 9. Guys, okay, you know what you need to do? You need to book the like button on entry. You need to share this with like-minded people. You need to come into the chat and say your one word that summarizes the program that we just watched. I don't even know what my one word is, but yes, it was a lot. A lot took place. A lot has happened in the last 48 hours that we need to get into and discuss seriously.
Big up all the JACKNEY crew, yeah? How's that working out for you? How's that working out for you? Oh, JACKNEY, they're so cute. How's that working out for you?
As I always knew Jack was a rascal. I always knew it.
Yeah.
Yes. Who is in the house and what is their one word? Let people come in and say hello.
So Judy B says evening. Good evening, Judy B. Waving Cat Designs is in the building. Sundeep is in the building. Aries is in the chat. Sorry. Nicole Waters is in the chat. Lay333 is in the chat. Don Sibster is in the chat.
Yep.
What are people saying? What's the words? We've got any words? In the bin. Dwayne said too soon for me. Nah, it's not too soon. I've been waiting at all these JACKNEY nonsense. They don't even get started. Rochelle says dastardly. Nicole Waters says my word is pissy. We had short, we had dramatic, we had disrespect. Yeah, it's a big bag of disrespect. But what I'm saying is, what's that song that woman sings? I'm surprised that the leopard ate my face. Yeah.
What song's that?
You know that Francesca woman with the short hair, and she always sings it about when people are like surprised. So like usually it's like an ethnic minority that supports MAGA, and then MAGA does something to them, and it's like,
okay.
I'm surprised the leopard ate my face. It's like,
okay,
are we surprised Jack did what he did? Like, why are we surprised?
I ain't surprised because Jack showed throughout this whole thing that he was only surface level into Whitney. That's all Jack showed. But you know what? Jack aside, I actually feel like my word is attacked. I feel like Whitney was attacked throughout that episode. Yeah. For 24 hours, she was under attack from all angles. It was actually, dastardly is great.
Do you know what the thing is as well? In the first half of this episode, Shaq also proved why I've been clowning on Shaq for most of this season. Because yesterday, what happened, right? And so you had a moment there where it was like, nah, Whitney, you're taking the mic. Yeah, you had a moment there. And then it was done. Like, then it was done.
But then he was like, this is my
moment.
The
hissy fit that this man threw. The hissy fit that this man threw. That to the point that by the time you actually got to Whitney, like, brother, she was over you.
She's forgotten about you, bro. Like, honestly, Shaq is the biggest pimplex. I absolutely understand why Tanya sacked him off. I understand.
Oh, really?
Yes,
really
I
now?
understand.
Oh, really now?
It's landed.
Really
it
now?
It landed. It was seeping through from when he thought a good mate was going to be Helena. I had already like demoted him.
Yeah.
But this episode, I was like, you know what? You are such a facio.
Such a fassy.
Like and John are the same guy.
The ultimate pumplex. Like you are a pumplex rude boy. Like
what a change.
That level. Like nah.
Oh, but I there's been a few times where I've wished I could parachute in there, but I wish I had Leanne's seat to actually, when he was ranting, to be like, you know, and I do it so nicely, like how she's kind of sweet. You know, you look really stupid.
Oh, did she say that?
No, that's what I would have said.
Yeah.
I'm not even coming at you. We don't have to argue. I would literally just be doing subtle, like, you've blown this out of proportion. Like you're actually acting like a chief. Like just, but nicely, nice words. I needed somebody to pull him up. and the only person that half did it was, let's get into it properly because it was frustrating. All right, so we said hello to everybody.
We said hello to everybody. Do you want me to do some comments before?
Yeah,
Right.
Go on.
So Asher7043 said, so is someone going to tell me when he started to see her as a friend?
Please. That too.
Before somebody answers that, you've got to answer when he started seeing her as a partner, because he never did. He never did. Yeah. But anyway, Sunkissed Diva says Whit handled it perfectly because no one in that villa except Scott is understanding her. Like, oh my gosh. Sundeep says justice for Whitney. Diana Hove says Shaq thinks he's the main character. I mean, who even voted for him?
Please, how was Shaq not at the bottom? But when we get a chance again, he needs to be just booted out.
Ava J says no man that wants to draw Helena could chat to me.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that RuPaul? You don't even have the credentials. Like you don't even have the credentials.
Honestly, like let's remember on your season what Tanya did. Anyway, Whitney was too good because I would have laid him out and told him about his 75 teeth.
And this is the thing about Shaq is Shaq knows that he's not the most masculine of men. And so therefore what he does is he overcompensates because he knows he's not the most masculine of men. And so again, it's like yesterday you had a little ones and twos with Whitney, right? We can go back and forth on Whitney's delivery and this, that, and another, what not have you, and the winking and what not have you. But I would say Shaq was valid in that moment. The way you dragged that out.
Oh, it was
actually disgusting.
It was disgraceful. Disgraceful.
Like, are you not embarrassed?
He should be.
Are you not embarrassed?
If I was his family, I would absolutely be embarrassed. I'd absolutely be like, oh my God. If he really was my nephew is a fool. This is what I would be sitting here saying.
Mate.
I'd be apologizing. I'm sorry, guys. I know he's my nephew, but he's a fool.
Yeah.
Because that was disgraceful behavior.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Anisham says this is why Tanya kept violating him.
Yeah.
And also it is because he knows that he's being violated by Tanya. He's got that mentality in his head, like, never again. Never again. Pimplex. Erin J says, I have a lot to say, but I'm keeping it in the canon. No, man.
no, come on.
Let the barrels. KHI says Shaq and all his teeth can go. Honestly.
Absolutely. All right. Okay. So we come in hot as well. So Whitney and Jess. We know that is going on, and Whitney is basically talking to Belle and just explaining her position on it. Like, I just feel like Jess kind of threw me under the bus. She was out there, and I am the strong brethren for her, and she wasn't the same. Belle, I hate the position that Whitney is in, but as the person that is the strong one, people kind of, even when you are saying something, they're a bit dismissive of your feelings because it's like Whitney can handle it.
You can hold it.
Whitney also doesn't help herself because she keeps on saying, I'm fine. And for all the Black women that have assumed that position in life, sometimes you have to cry. Even when the tears are not there properly, like, you could keep it together, I feel like you need to cry. And Whitney didn't. So she's getting half-assed kind of like sympathy from folks. And I feel like Belle was the same. You're understanding, but you're not really even like stopping what you're doing and looking at her and truly being like, are you okay? You're still dealing with her like she can handle it. And then you have Millie pop in because Jess is flipping crying, being like, when she tried to hug Whitney and Whitney was trying to explain to her, listen, what you did out there was a lot. You threw me under the bus and I'm always there for you. And when it's the other side, I'm getting slander. And then Jess decides, slander. I'm going to make it all about me and you've attacked me somehow, and go out and cry like Jess does. And again, Millie coming in and being like, she's crying, I'm so glad Whitney said to her, just because she's crying doesn't mean that the other person is okay as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad, but I needed her to even stress it more, because again, I feel like it goes over all of these people's heads, and I won't even put it down to race, because boats can do that, race regardless. I think there is a racial component, but friendship groups can do this with a strong person that your feelings are kind of put to the side when there's a crier amongst you. But realistically, Jess needed to be told. Even when she was saying what took place, they all witnessed it.
And she hyped it up.
They don't need to be muddy. Like, you also can say, like, don't cry. It's all going to be okay. But yeah, for real, what you did at that moment in time, it was like you threw her under the bus.
But when you think about it, the way that Jess reacted to Whitney saying slander, 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 and you're like, that's rude, and you walk off. So how's that rude? Yeah. But what you just did is
not rude. Because she made it all about her.
And this is also why I hate banter culture. Because it's like people want to say the wildest shit and then be like, it's just banter.
Yeah, I was just bantering with you. But also, we can do it. But once somebody is clearly giving you eyes that it's enough now, you can't then be like, oh, for my sake of having laughs means more than your comfortability. Because again, if the shoe was on the other foot and Whitney was doing that to her, I'd have exactly the same smoke. It's like, that is not being a good friend. But, you know, there we go. So Jess is bopped off. And then we have Shaq. Ranting is the only word I can say. Ranting and raving in the kitchen to nobody that is particularly listening. Like, Scott looked like, move out of the way, let me make some food. Like, everybody's just there staring at you while you're talking about, I can't believe she's doing this to me. I can't believe it. I thought we were friends. When she side-eyes you all the time. I don't know when you two had this great friendship, because I ain't seen it at all.
But then actually, that said, even Scott said it though, like, you guys are friends outside of here. So that did make me raise my eyebrow of like, okay, there's a dynamic to their relationship that maybe we're not understanding or seeing.
I don't know. But I ain't seen friendship at all. Like, I've seen her say underhand shit to you all the time. So I don't know why this time you've taken it to another level. But I do know why this time you've taken it to another level. But anyway, so he's there ranting and raving, working himself up, being like, you know, I don't need to be thrown under the bus by my friends. And if this is how she is a friend, I don't need her to be my friend. I've got enough friends, thanks. Even that in itself, I was like, are you 10? Like, who talks like that?
It's so childish. Like, the thing is, our children at 13 and 12 argue more maturely than that.
I was literally like, what? The way I was hot watching it, I was steaming. I was so hot, like, oh my God, I could knock this dude out. But anyway, you know, Leanne is standing there shivering. I don't know if she said anything, but I would have piped up if that's my friend who is being ranted about and I'm there in their face. I would have said something, but she didn't. Scott was listening, was a bit like, okay, mate, okay. And then he gets the bright spark of, I'm going to tell her now. And even when he was bopping, you know when you want somebody to buckle and fall? I wanted Shaq to fall. It's literally like, you're so dumb. But anyway, he pops in there about, what was it? Can I talk to you?
Nah, it was almost like, come here.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, come here.
It was a bark. Like,
when he said that, I was like,
did I even
bro,
write down what the bark was?
You have been smoking crack.
All of the crack pipes in Massachusetts. All of it. Because I don't know why you thought that the way you were going to address her like that over this small, whatever you want to call it. Let me chat to you. It was rude.
I swear it was come here.
It was rude. And that Whitney handled it like, but I think she had totally forgotten about him. But she's like, I'm going through my own things. And he's talking about, so what I want to say to you is, hey, you have to reduce it a lot. Yeah. And again, Belle, say something to him. Like, no.
Belle's not saying that.
No, this was wild. For when he's going into, I feel like you was coming at me and you were throwing me under the bus, and then Belle's like, I think we should leave you guys alone. And then leaves and is like, Whitney, if you need me, come and get me. You two are a shit friend. That is a shit maneuver. because all you had to do, even when Whitney's like, come and sit down and like take a few breaths and, you know, sort yourself out. Like, don't be aggy, just talk to me. If I was Belle, I'm going to leave you two, but I can go and stand at the edge.
Mm-hmm.
So if I see it getting a little bit, I'm there. I'm not leaving you with some het-ass dude pacing. Like, no, all of them are assholes. Like the whole villa is full of assholes, and I feel for Whitney. But anyway, they have their chat. He calms down. He says about the Belle comment. Whitney explains it that I was just backing Belle. So he can't rage at that because it actually makes sense, as it made sense when they were sitting there. But then he comes back with AJ. This is even more redundant because that went sideways through Kieran. So she didn't even explain her main point anyway. But Shaq is trying to then be like, we're going over semantics of character versus characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. But once it was seeming like she apologized and she was ready to chat, Shaq wanted war, so he had to keep it going. When she brought Scott over to be like, can you just hear what I have to say? I saw in his face, it was a bit of a, this is going to get sorted out. And that's why he had to get mad ignorant, not let her talk, not let Scott talk, and bop off like an absolute facio. What a fool.
Bookie said, Scott, Whitney's so-called best friend, could have said something to Shaq as well, but he didn't really. And I pinned this comment because I'm like, I do want us to clock Scott's behavior, because as much as Shaq was a dickhead, like, you don't know, I'm not a fan of Scott, So when Shaq was ranting off, to Scott, if you're Whitney's bridging like that, that's your time to be like, Shaq, calm down.
The fuck down.
You're being unreasonable. Let me, and then at that point, that's when you try and explain it from Whitney's point of view, even if you're just trying to diffuse the situation. But you said nada, you said niche, you're just standing there agreeing, just kind of So when Shaq is now sitting next to her and you come along, and it's probably the only thing in this whole episode that I can even give Shaq a 0.1 of a ratings for, where he was like, Scott, but you can't say nothing because out there you were agreeing with me.
Yeah. And
then Scott is just kind of there, and he was caught.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't really back it, because he knew.
I'm disgusted at the villa. I think it was disgusting. And again, Whitney's good for not going on a rampage, because I think she would have been absolutely valid to have done a Faye rampage and gone and cussed everybody and their mother out, walking around the villa 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been absolutely justified to do that to everybody and tell them about how they're a rascal. Because in the same way, did we not see flipping Connor sitting on the bar stool watching Shaq ranting with his long face just there, just like a pinnock?
Yeah.
Out of order.
Aries says, also, I don't rate Leanne for not trying to help Whitney. Where was Leanne?
Leanne was standing by her man, watching people. No, I'm telling you, they're all asses. She actually doesn't really have a brethren in there apart from Scott. Actually, but
Waving Cat Designs agree with you, saying Leanne is for the win. She ain't helping Whitney. Her time will come.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She would all of them, like, keeping their maelstrom, hanging around the sides, being like, it's okay, it's just witting drama. Yeah. They're all assholes. Like, literally, it was a hot watch.
Ariel said, yep, don't rate Connor either. You know the way Connor pissed me off this episode, because I was like, and he pissed me off because I'm just like, brother, you're slow. Yeah. You're actually slow. Yeah, because if you just take a moment to deep everything that's going on behind you, you would have been backing up and piping up for Whit.
It was his moment. Even if you don't really care about Whit, it was his moment to get some screen time.
The circumstances,
like, show that you're a fucking man.
The circumstances were allowing you to go for the alley-oop, and you were just standing there
looking like an absolute donkey. That gormless face that he pulled. just donkey face all day long. What an arsehole. But we need Whit to have a partner, and that's her only option.
Erin J said Leanne didn't want to lose her acceptable minority crown.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Uncle Will Smith says Whitney doesn't have a rampage in her. The bad bitch thing is a front. Whitney is just an awkward black girl who gets into mix-up because she's playing a role that's not her. You know what? The thing that bothers me about Whitney is she needs to go away and do the work so that she is actually able to talk, is able to bring the wall down, stops deflecting, because it gets tiresome. Because the one thing I will say is I can understand how it would be a turn off having to work so hard to bring somebody's walls down. So if me and you were in a couple, I shouldn't be working that hard to bring down your walls. I expect I'm getting to know you, we're getting to know each other, but there's something about Whitney where it's it feels like she's got an extra layer, and it's I
hear you, but I feel like it's things like this.
Fair.
Where you have to have your have to have your walls up, because people are bumbleclots.
No, yeah.
So I get it that she can't actually be. It's a vicious cycle. You get into these things, you put up a wall. You need to have your wall down so people actually see who you are. But it is a vicious cycle that for a lot of black females will be able to understand. We can get into that cycle where it's protective as well. But what they all showed is that they're rasses, because can you not just have a little bit of empathy? That it's a bit peak for her. Yeah. If this was Jess, they all would have had empathy for it's going off, Jess is getting it from all angles. There would have been a level of, I'm going to stick by her. But when it's Whitney, it's her back is broad. She can take it all. Yeah. No.
But I guarantee you, there'll be another moment in this villa where Jess is in a passer and she's crying. And let us watch and understand the dynamics of the way that people in the villa will rally around her. Yeah. And if not Jess, somebody else. But just watch the dynamics. Watch how somebody is treated. Watch the empathy. And then ask yourself, why not?
It's actually out of order. I was thoroughly pissed. I was thoroughly pissed off. I was also doubly pissed off for even extending any empathy to Shaq yesterday. That it's a mutual thing. They're going at each other, because I thought Shaq wouldn't, with the knowledge that he has, do this to a black woman on national television. I just thought he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't use Whitney as his backdrop for his moment of screen time. And I was like, no, of course he would. He's an asshole. He actually also likes Helena. But I had given him a little bit more credibility. And it's nah, what you did was shit. And why I know he did it is because he knew Whitney was vulnerable and at the bottom. Yeah. And a lot of them,
that's what I think, man,
were holding their tongue with Whitney because they thought, she was going in there, one of the front runners to do really well. And her being at the bottom gave them all license to be like, you know what, the public ain't really on their side, we can have our moment. And he seized it. Same as Jess. They both were like, this is our moment. Let's get her out. No, you're arseholes.
Yeah.
He showed himself. He showed his whole entire batty crease this episode.
Will Smith said, I only learned what charge it means this evening. No 28-year-old should be saying that every 5 minutes.
She says it way too much.
Ari says, yes, Nana. Rochelle says, black women in the UK, I saw it go. Sundeep says, charge it. Extra Boom says, iPhone charger. This Cat Rock says, I know Whitney is mentally drained. Sundeep says, imagine Connor starts saying charge it.
Oh, please. No, nobody else. Yeah. And Whitney needs to stop saying charge it as well, because it's just annoying.
Yeah. Sleep for Peace says, I missed the first 20 minutes of the episode. I need to go back and watch it. It sounds like it all went off. I actually missed the first 20 minutes and then had to watch it. Well, the 10 minutes. Had to watch it back again just at the end of the thing. And in all fairness, that was the episode.
That was the episode. That was the beginning. Because when you miss it, that's what. Even when you came in, you can see I was just hot.
Yeah.
I was watching it, just pissed.
You know when you walk into your house and then you assess the mood of the house by the look on people's faces. I walked in and I saw Nana in the living room, and I was like, every man has that moment where you just do that kind of Rolodex of like, oh, what the fuck have I done? What the fuck have I done?
No,
and then it was like, no, it was Shaq. It wasn't even me. It's why I'm even more pissed off with the guy. You got me on a Friday evening thinking that I've done some things to my wife to upset my wife, not knowing it's you.
That was so hot. I so wanted to parachute in there and slap him.
Bloody chief.
Yeah.
Absolute chief. Jordan Parker says this lack of support and fake friendships is the reason Zeta came to Love Island USA and won. Yeah. Jack and mate, the thing goes so fast. Jack said Whitney and her stupid sayings.
I wish she would drop them. Yeah, that's what he said. You see,
I'm not gonna lie. Even though we've been saying it, I don't like the fact that Jack said it.
We'll get to there with Jack because I know Jack stuttered because he wanted to say black shit. He wanted to throw in black in there. He stopped himself from going there, but that's what he wanted to say. Jack has wanted to ditch Whitney for days. He just needed a reason.
Yeah,
that's all.
Go on.
All right, where were we up to? Okay, so we have Shaq. He storms off. You know, Whitney then is there, kind of trying to figure out what has taken place.
Sorry, whilst you're looking for that.
Yeah.
Will Smith said that's why Jack had to back away from Whitney. His daughter running around Granddad Ronan's house saying charge it wouldn't go down well.
Okay, so after their foolishness, and I did roll my eyes at this, we have Millie pulling Scott for their dumb chat that they're gonna take place. So
this isn't gonna happen.
It didn't. Millie pulls Scott and basically thanks him for backing her, like giving her good advice, basically being in her corner and making her see that Charlie was a bumblehole. She doesn't properly state like I fancy you or I like you. She doesn't do that. She kind of skates around it. She asks, how was your date? Scott is honest and he says it went really well. Really like Leanne. We're doing well. I am open though, is what he says as well. We're not totally closed off, but it's going well. And she says, oh, that's lovely. I really like that for you. And he's like, oh, why are you saying it like that? And she's like, no, I'm just saying, you know, as the favorite boy and girl. So she still doesn't really say, but you're alluding to us two as the favorites. Maybe we could.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, no, it's going well. And I hope something turns up for you. And they go about their business. So it's like, that was shit. That didn't need to take place. If you want Scott, do the thing and try and make a play for it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad Scott also, he seems to be like, I'm all right where I am. So I'm a point for Scott in this one. At least he didn't fall for it. Let's say that.
Damn it. I don't like this guy, you know.
I know. It's not even, I just don't want Millie to be the reason for anything going on with Leanne. That's the only thing. Like, I would like Leanne, if somebody comes in and Leanne is like, I actually like the kid, I would like it to go that way. That's what I want. So then we have a short thing with also Millie does say that she really likes Leanne as well. So that's another point of maybe why she'll stay away from it. We have Jack goes over to Whitney and he is like, how are you? And it's like he's half sympathetic, but they cut it. So you know more took place in that conversation with the two of them because later Whitney fills it in. But for what they showed us, it was just a little kind of, that wasn't very nice of one. Why is my Irish accent so bad? I usually am quite good with an Irish accent. Maybe it's his.
Jack's ancestors are not having it today.
No, they're like, you will not.
You won't disgrace our Jack.
But yeah, he says that wasn't very nice for her, like what happened. But, you know, we know more comes on. And then Jack, we have a scene where Jack is talking to Tommy and Tommy is being like, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot like this tonight, wasn't it? It was a lot. And he was like, yeah, you know, because I don't really like the drama. Like the drama.
You know what Tommy wanted to say is when he's been like, she's a bit of a rude girl, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a bit of a rude girl. She's very black.
Yeah.
Do you think you can handle that much black? Was basically what he was asking him. And Jack said, no, I cannot handle that much black. I cannot handle the drama, and I don't really like it. again, I don't really like her. So it's out there. Jack is, to me, it feels like Whitney being in the bottom. Jack was like, why am I even hanging with this chick when she ain't even favored on the outside? And then this all takes place and he just wanted his way out. I don't even think it hasn't got anything to do with Shaq, arguments or anything. It's got to do with Whitney being in the bottom. Yeah. And he's like, why? I don't even like her. So now I can sack it off. And that's the truth of the matter. So anyway, we have, what did I put? Oh, right. I really gave him quite a few cusses, like pussy all in my notes as well.
Really wrote it down as well. Okay. I must call him a pussy.
Yeah, so we have them going to bed and all of that shizzle, and then the morning montage as well. We have Helena asking Whitney like how she's doing, but Whitney just actually did look like a shell of herself in the morning. Like it was a lot, innit? Like that would be a lot to think over. Who was there for me? Who was speaking to me out of turn? It would be a lot. And I was also in the bottom just before. Like it would be a lot to process. It was nice enough of Helena. But again, no support really. You're just asking for asking's sake. Jack chatting, saying it's too much with Whitney. I think he was saying that to other people as well. This was when they were having their morning debrief. He was like, it's a lot. No, I'm probably going to talk to her today. So we knew the end was nigh. We had Sean saying he's a little bit confused about what happened in the game with Belle. And does she like him? Does she not? Sean can get the hell out of here. Each time he talks, I'm just getting annoyed. I literally am like, oh, please let him leave. And Tommy's voice is just jarring, but Tommy had nothing really to say. All right, so Whitney and Scott. I feel like Scott was definitely a friend to her through the day.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. He was solidly there for her. So they're talking. She's going over what took place with Shaq, and I just feel like he was genuinely being supportive. Where she's saying none of the guys ever say anything. They just allowed him to rant on and stand behind him like it was Shaq and the man them, and they're just there nodding. And that includes Connor as well, who you're coupled up with. Like, what a pleb. So it was nice. It was just, Scott like reassuring her, like you handled it. You did nothing wrong, basically, just being a friend. I was literally like, that's quite cute. We had Shaq and Helena having their chat. I know I've probably skipped some things, but these are the main bits that took place. Shaq and Helena having their chat. And this is when Shaq decides he is going to ask Helena about religion. I don't know which part of Helena in the season that we've seen or how she's conducted herself suggests that she goes to church or she's a Christian.
Funny thing is, in that scene, if you play it back and listen really, really carefully, you can hear the devil laughing from hell. You can hear the devil laughing from hell. Because the way the words flowed from Helena's mouth, like, yeah, I'll go to church. I loved Sunday school. You are a liar.
And you were probably 5. She also said, what day do you go to church? Which to me suggests that
I don't know, take a punt and start with Sunday. Yeah, we'll start with a service on Sunday, and then if you can handle that, we'll do some extra services in the week. But from when you're not even asking about Sunday, like, can you even step into a church
without it going up in flames? Or you going up in flames? Like, literally, I was like, Shaq, be for real. Really, Helena. And even him saying, like, any girl that I get with, like, I would want her to be a Christian. Again, I was like, please.
Do you know what the thing is?
Talk to yourself.
I think also the Church of England, like, I'm sure they must have a PRR. I think they should be pissed off and be like, listen, no.
we need to round this new age Christianity.
You are not going on Love Island doing 3-way kisses and then talking about, I'm a Christian lad.
I'm a God-fearing person. Yeah. I truly would like a God-fearing person.
At least do Love Island, come out, and then say you've changed. But no, not whilst you're there. No.
I don't know what this new brand of Christianity is. For the Christians in the chat, please let me know. Is this a new strand? Has it got a new name? Is it a new denomination where you can basically be very secular but still be Christian? Like, I don't know. where we're going with this.
Diana Hove says, and this is also true, but Helena is the type of woman to go to church for a man, not for herself. 110%. Like Shaq could have turned around and said he could have found the most obscure religion that there is, yeah, and she would have been a part of it. If I was in there and I said to her, Helena, I'm from Ghana, I'm from the Ga tribe, we have a particular festival called Homowa, and you're going to need to come to Ghana in September, paint your face white, and do this certain dance, she'll go, yeah.
That sounds fun.
Sounds fun, I'll do that. She is agreeable to anything, and God. That is a problem.
Oh, God! But that was a comical chat that they were having. I was literally like, this again, further, Shaq. When everybody was gunning you in your year, and we were doing the lives, and I was literally going toe to toe with people, I was wasting my time. I'm
glad you know.
Yes. Absolutely. Tanya, who did she pull back? Was it Martin? She should have gone with Martin.
Yeah.
She should have sacked you off.
Yeah.
Like, really. Actually, she reduced herself by being with you.
Yeah.
Idiot. All right. So then we have Jack pulling Whitney. And they go for their chat by the fire pit. Again, this got me hot. Feeling it again. So they're by the fire pit. And he's like, you know, how are you feeling? How are you? And she's like, you know, yesterday it was, I see it as one big blur. And he's like, well, you know, I did feel for you. And she's like, really? Because that isn't what you were saying last night. I didn't think you were saying that you didn't like how I conducted myself. They needed to show us him saying that. I feel like that is selective editing that his dad has paid for. Because we needed to see Jack actually have the traumaticity in the same night that the girl has gone through all of this with all the people who are supposedly her friends, to then put on top of that and be like, how you have conducted yourself was wrong when you had Shaq wandering around the place ranting about her. But anyway, like, we needed to see that. ITV, I know what you're doing. So anyway, she says that, and he's then starts stuttering and is basically like, I wanted to have a talk with you, and basically, I don't think I'm the man for you. I think you need somebody else.
Why does Jack sound like a 50-year-old Irish farmer?
He's like, I'm not the man for you. Like, you know, I'm not about the drama, and I don't think me and you are gonna work. Now, why are you asking her how she feels? Because what do you want her to say?
He wanted her to beg.
I thought we was gonna be leaving here together. I'm really feeling you, Jack. Please, no, don't hurt me like this. Don't leave me this way. It should be me and you. No. She didn't also need to say charge it. I would have preferred that she used other words. But her being like, you ain't got to explain shit. Cool. Then you're not the man for me then, innit? Like, that it was, I feel, bar her saying charge it, all she needs to be like was, thank you for telling me how you feel. You're definitely not the dude that I need to be with, because I actually need somebody that can support me like I would support them. Thanks. It was fun. See you later.
Yeah. He definitely thought Whitney was gonna beg, and it's like
absolutely not.
This is the thing
Has
as well.
Has he seen himself?
This is the thing I was gonna say, is like, you have to know and understand when you are punching. Like, you have to have situational awareness and know that actually, you see, me and this woman physically, we are not actually equally yoked. Yeah, so I am playing at a disadvantage here physically. So therefore, I need to up it in all the other areas. But no, you thought that you were on a level, and you're talking to her like you are on the same level as her, and it was frustrating to watch.
Like, honestly, if it wasn't for your dad being who your dad is, Jack, you would not even make the tape selection stage for Love Island. Your thumbnail, the avatar thing of your submission would have just been swept to one side.
Let's take a moment and think about all of the people that have been on Love Island, and tell me, just name one guy in the chat that has a similar look to Jack. Right. Before we move on quickly, Nisham has said this thing, and I was like, yeah, I was surprised to hear Christianity from Shaq, given the large Arabic tattoo on his back as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so somebody said about Helena being
I always thought he was a Muslim, and a cultural Muslim, not a practicing.
Somebody always said about Helena earlier on in the chat being an empty vessel.
Mm-hmm.
He is as well.
Yes,
he is as well. But anyway,
that was frustrating. But obviously, so you know, Jack, they've had this thing, but Whitney has bopped off. She's called Scott to go and have a chat with Scott, and that was telling in itself, because you would think that's the time when she's gonna go for Leanne, she's gonna go for Belle, any of those girls, but she went for Scott. I'm glad at least she could see Scott was even half riding for me last night, so that's who I'm gonna talk to. At least that's something. But anyway, we have Jack going over to the guys and relaying to them, like, I've just spoken to Whitney, I just told her, you know, it doesn't look like it's gonna work. And they're like, well, what did she say? And then he says, you know, she said charge it. And I swear he was going to say black slang shit or black speak or something, but he held it back and just said charge it shit. Basically, you know, she just spoke in her slang, but they all were a bit like as well. And no, I've just felt like, yeah, this is very interesting psychology of being at the bottom and them having a disdain for somebody. It's like they're all seizing on the moment to shit on Whitney, and I will not have it.
Sorry to keep going back to Shaq, but Selena has said he was originally Muslim. He even has a Muslim surname, but him and Tanya became born again and baptized the same day. I ain't out here trying to judge anybody, but that is. I'm side-eyeing you and the decisions that you make and why you make the decisions that you make. And do you make certain decisions under pressure from certain people?
Little pussy hole.
Look at me sitting here trying to construct a sentence that is politically correct, and then you're just out here. But yeah. But yeah, go on.
All right, so yeah, they had their thing. And Whitney, when she's speaking to Scott and she just going over what took place with Jack and how she doesn't need to hear anything else, because you're saying what it is. You think that she was in the wrong. You haven't heard her side of anything. You're just going off of flipping shits and gigs and vibes. But realistically, he just wanted to dash her. She doesn't say all of that. But I think the penny is landing. Either way, that isn't the guy that she would need, because definitely that was a bit of what Lachlan kind of did. She goes into Inside, there's a whole load of backlash, and then before you know it, Lachlan is talking about, I need to focus on my career. So this must have been a really hard 24 hours for her anyway. And then you're in mix up, if they are friends with Shaq, who was supposed to be your brethren, but I don't think they are friends. So, no. But Scott was being very considerate, was like, you know, this is the best for you anyway. It's not a man that you need. He was saying all of the right things that she needed. And so for that, I thank the kid. I was like, all right, that was nice of him. Anybody else out there?
Erin says, this is why I said the lack of options has these women literally digging through the bin.
Yeah.
Men that shouldn't even be managed are now feeling like the cream of the crop.
Imagine.
I hate that Jack even had this moment. I hate that he had this moment. Like, he didn't deserve it.
No.
He didn't deserve it.
He didn't. For her to be on the back foot and for him to be saying about how you conducted yourself is not how I want my woman to be.
Imagine.
But again, Whitney needs to take some accountability. She put herself in this position with that guy. When she was talking yesterday and going over when they were like, yeah, but you like Jack, don't you? Like, and she was like, yeah, there's something a bit about Jack. Like, he holds back. And Connor seemed to be more forthright in letting her know, like, I'm on you. He was holding back because he don't like your ass.
He wasn't holding back because there was nothing there.
He's not being like all man of mystery. They don't like you. That's what it is. People keep on thinking that this kind of like, oh, he doesn't call me, and like they're being like a man of mystery. No, they are showing you, I'm not really interested in you. Like that's it. Like, leave them alone. So yeah, she did this to herself. Partially did
she played her part.
Yes.
Enjoy said Connor and Helena to win.
Oh, fuck's sake. All right, so where do we go to next? I have Helena and Sammy talking, and this is when the penny finally drops for Helena that she is a placeholder for Shaq. Like, she just isn't being selected.
Yeah.
And Shaq isn't doing anything to get to know her anymore. He's basically, each time he speaks to her, he is letting her know of a next gal that he is talking to and what they spoke about. She is feeling like, nah, he's just using me at this moment in time. Sammy is kind of affirming her, like, probably is, and he doesn't know what he wants and he's playing. But I don't know if Helena, because we have these moments of clarity with Helena, and she still, if Shaq pulls her and starts lipsing her, she's
it's like it never happened.
If Shaq says it's you and let's go to church, she is going to follow him to church. Like, I don't know, but she seems to be saying, I'm going to remove myself from this situation because I don't want to be in another triangle with Shaq. But I don't know. I don't believe her, basically. And then we have Jess and Whitney have their talk. This was frustrating as hell. Did you watch this part?
Yes.
So Jess is there.
It was a horrible apology.
She's there with her
Cowboy Carter hat.
Yeah, she has her hat on. And she starts off by saying, I want to apologize for how you felt. I feel like what you said to me, I was just caught in the crosshairs because of everything that was going on with Shaq. And you was just really frustrated. And you probably didn't mean to say to me that I was slandering your name.
Are you mad?
What type of an apology is that?
Are you mad?
You are basically saying what I said to you, I didn't mean because I couldn't have meant it because you are a great person and all it was banter, but I'm sorry. What type of shit is that? I'm so glad.
She really actually said, you lost your mind.
Yeah.
You lost your mind.
And I'm not going to take that personal.
Because you lost your mind.
But I am apologizing that you went there. And I'm not going to take it personal because you probably didn't mean it against me because I'm such a great friend.
Nah, I said it.
And I'm glad she stood on the, no, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
I said what I said because I support you in all different ways. When things are going shit for you, I am there for you. I affirm you. But when the shoe is on the other foot and it's me, you are not there for me. And still Jess couldn't just sit there, take a moment, hear what your brethren is telling you so that you could be a better person, a better friend. You still had to then be like, I mean, I am a good friend, and still make it about you, where Whitney couldn't even explain to you how she was feeling, how she was dealing with the day. It still became about Jess. And I was literally like, Jess is a Ross. She also is a Facio as well. And again, I was further frustrated for even defending her because she's an idiot. She actually is a shit friend. And I hope she watches this back and really sits back and thinks to herself, I've got a lot of work to do as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how to listen. And for some reason, I've got it into my head that I am a good friend. Where's the works? Proof, show and tell. What do you do? Realistically, the girl was talking. You can just shut up and listen. That's not too hard.
Just shut up
and listen. Like, that was frustrating as hell. I was really like, oh my God, this is disgusting. This is really sad for Whitney. This is horrible work.
Yeah.
But, eventually, Jess comes round and does an apology. And Whitney squashes it with her, and they are like, all right, it's cool. And they go and join the other girls and talk more.
I did think that at that point, Whitney did have a one-liner that I didn't mind, where she said, bad bitches have got feelings too.
Yes.
I didn't mind that one. I didn't mind it. It's okay. But you used it once, you don't have to bring it back again.
Please. And nobody else pick up on it either. But yeah, so as Whitney is kind of like talking to the other girls and letting them know what has gone on with Jack, we have Connor finally pluck himself together and present himself to Whitney and be like, can we go for a chat?
Do you know, whilst they were having their chat, I kept, like, as it's going on, and by the time we got to the end of the chat, all I could think of was that meme of Tyra Banks. We were rooting for you.
Connor is such a huge.
Connor is another pimplex.
I'm 50-50 on how shit Connor is. He's shit, but they didn't show us their conversation.
This is true.
So Connor could have done. He could have said some things.
Yeah,
but we didn't see it. But what they showed us was Connor being wallpaper and saying nothing and asking her questions. I don't know, but maybe he does have some balls and he did say some stuff to her. I don't know what took place because they didn't show us. And even that is a violation because Connor doesn't get much screen time. It wouldn't have been crazy for us to have just watched that convo.
Breaking news. Waving Cat Designs has just informed us that there are 221 people in the chat.
We broke 200!
But there are only 65 likes.
Come on, guys.
That feels personal.
At least get us to 150.
That feels a little bit disrespectful. It feels like you're treating us like Shaq.
I do believe if 50 of you subscribed, that would take us into 2,700 and we would only be 300 away from our target of 3,000. I know that more than half of you that are watching us have not subscribed to the channel. Please do so that you can join us every day as we do these lives. Help us help you, as Farah would say. But yeah, so we don't know what Connor was saying.
No, but
Connor got low.
I mean, I got to look at it like this: is that we don't know what Connor was saying, but if Connor said anything of worth, we would have seen it.
Okay, maybe.
But then we can flip it and be like, they might have had like a really on a level conversation.
Yeah. That
the editors were also like, well, the public don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I hope it's the latter.
I hope there's something in. I would like Whit to have some stability to stay in there, and if that's with Connor at this moment in time, so be it. It's Connor. But I don't know.
You know what the thing is as well? I think the thing that bothers me the most about Whit and Jack is because it is like, physically on the outside world, she would never give him the time of day. So I just feel like it feels like she's being disrespected in a sense by even having conversations with a man that we know that she would never entertain.
Yeah.
So even if she went through all of this with Connor, I would be pissed off, but slightly less so because it's like they were equally matched.
I don't know if she would even go for Connor, though.
No, but I'm not whether she would go for him.
I get what you're saying.
Physically.
Yeah. He's a better option than Jack.
Yeah.
For real. So that happens, and then we cut back to Jess, and she is with the girls, and Jess, again, as Jess has been doing, has made this about her and is crying that she is a bad friend. And then we have Leanne and Belle going over to her and being like, it's all right, it's fine, you'll be okay, you're not a shit friend. Why can't we just be honest with people?
Yeah,
I'm not saying you've got to like shit on the person, but you can be like, in this instance, obviously this is an instance.
Yeah.
In this instance, you didn't have her back. It was a lot, Jess. But obviously, just move better going forward. Like, this is gonna pass. I felt like Belle was almost there to really give a proper pattern up, because Belle's tone can be a bit like that. But Leanne was being way too soppy for me. Like, just and Jess, it's not every minute cry. Like, sometimes, we can all be shit friends.
Yeah.
It's a part of life. But you learned from it, but you didn't listen to her anyway, so she couldn't even tell you how to fix up. But it was annoying. Jess doing her crying shit once again.
Abala said Whitney moved in with Lachlan, she would definitely like Jack. That statement makes no sense.
No, because Jack and Lachlan are not the same.
They are not the same.
Like,
that
have you seen Jack?
Makes no sense. It makes no sense. At this point, you're just trying to fire shots at Whitney, but at least construct the sentence in a way that makes sense, because it doesn't make sense.
Let's be for real, man.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
Lachlan is not the same as Jack. All right, so let me go to another messy moment.
Mm-hmm.
So now on my hate list, Shaq is there.
Hate list?
Yeah. I don't know how Shaq is going to get out of the list that I've put him in.
Yeah.
But Kieran is there as well. So
he's sneaky.
Kieran, I'm keeping my eye on him. I'm keeping my eye on Kieran, but he is heading to a space where I may plant him as anti-black. He is heading in that direction. He's heading there. Yeah, he's heading there. I'm not firmly placing him there yet, but Kieran is heading there. I'm keeping my eye on him. So Kieran and Scott are chatting, and Kieran is stirring up shit again, basically being like, "Did you talk to Minnie?" and all of that shit. And Scott says, "Yes, I had a conversation with her. She didn't say anything about me and her in any way. And I didn't mention it because you told me that in confidence, so I didn't bring it up. But as it stands, she was just thanking me for what went on with Charlie. It's like, well, I'm telling you, she does fancy you, and you know, I think you should talk to her." Really, Kieran? Why? Why should he drop where he has a good thing with Leanne to mess it up and try and experience something with Millie that may not even go anywhere? Like, why should he do that? Why are you being so inner and encouraging that this takes place? And again, when it was with Whitney and Shaq, Kieran was there being like, getting involved. I have to back Shaq here. So I'm seeing a pattern. If I see it longer, then he will go in. I'm
not fully on board, but I see what you're saying.
I've got my eye on him.
I see what you're saying.
What do folks think? Do they think that Kieran could be on the anti-black side?
Well, first of all, Curly Ann says she is convinced Kieran was drunk last night too. Nisham says Kieran doesn't like us. Notice as soon as he encouraged Scott to look elsewhere. That or he's trying to knock their chances of winning. Waving Cat Design says not May Nana. He definitely is. He's been stirring since constantly rather. Valencia says Kieran is trying to form a friend circle like how Dijon and Meg did. Nisham says get rid of the competition. Sundeep says Kieran looks like my bin man.
Okay, Sundeep.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Lily says Kieran seems like he's just trying to steal Leanne.
What? No, he's family with Sammy.
I beg your finest of pardons. No. Angela says Kieran is trying to sabotage Scott and Leanne because then it will only be him and Sammy as a solid couple who would then be more likely to get through.
That could also be a tactic. Yeah, that's why I'm keeping my eye on him. Yeah. That could also be a tactic.
Jemmy says Jess has always been a rascal. Whitney needs to stop being a mammy to these white girls because who is really there for her?
Very true.
Yeah, I would say so. What else we got? Mama said I would agree, but I remember hearing Kieran was singing Mimi's praises during his season and having her back. This Cat Rock says, and Kieran is a musty shadow of his former self.
Musty shadow.
Musty that's a strong word.
Oh my God, boy is just 23.
That was a strong word.
But in that year, I remember we went through and found some pictures of maybe it was like an older Welsh man, and I was like, Kieran now, when he hits his 30s and 40s, he is going to look like a different dude. He's going to be one of those where he's going to show your pictures. You're going to be like, rah, that was you. He's already aging like
for 23.
He's aging dramatically already, and I hear you. I do feel like that dude's he's not gonna be cute.
Curly Ann says Kieran was funny in his season, but seems like he's in a constant bad mood this season. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
What else we got? Kieran is friends with Io and Josh from season 11. Apparently he was backing him as well. Strawberry Heart says, I would love to see Whitney go from bottom to the top and Shock win it now. Jack clocked out as soon as she was in the bottom.
That is what I want for her.
Admire your positivity. I can't see it.
I don't know. The way the tide is changing because people are like, nah, they were coming for her. So I don't know. If Whitney, if she keeps it together, she could win this. The tide has changed, so let's see. But Kieran, I got my eye on him.
Cool,
most definitely.
What's next? Where are we at?
All right, so we've got Kieran was speaking to Scott. I actually stopped writing.
Sunkissed Diva said, to the people who can vote, please vote for Whit. I wish I could vote. Is there another vote happening?
I didn't see anything for a vote taking place. Okay, so then we have I can't remember who the hell got the text.
I can't remember either. I didn't actually write. I just wrote text eBay promo. Text bombshells.
I think it was Millie actually. I think Millie got the text. But basically they went and they picked up a package from eBay that had shit clothes in it.
Just skip to the bombshells.
And they got ready because we had 2 bombshells coming in. Jess got the text as well about that, and it was Curtis and Lucinda.
Can I just say,
disappointing. All
of you lot that were in the chat yesterday and the days before, flinging out names like Tanya, Harrison, Dijon even. Like, can we just...
Curtis was flung out there.
Yeah, Curtis was flung out there.
That was a certified.
But can we just make sure that our sources are strong? Yeah, because I can't deal with the level of disappointment that I dealt with today. Like, I'm looking at Curtis again. I'm looking at Lucinda.
Again, because we just watched Lucinda in Love Island USA. Or was she in the games? No, it was USA, wasn't it? That she popped up in. I think it was USA. No, maybe it was the games. Either way, we had just watched Lucinda not too long ago on our screens in a Love Island affiliate show, and I swear she's done bare of them. Curtis, again, it's like, bro, it wasn't that long ago. It was just last year that we saw you, and you left.
She was in games, apparently.
You left with Ekansu, and you two had a relationship for like 4 weeks. It was like, oh, please, we actually, and I feel like Curtis really does look a decade and a half older than everybody in there as well.
He does. Curtis, when Curtis goes in there, I feel like I could be in there. Like,
basically,
he feels like an age mate. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's like,
he feels like an age mate.
Do you not feel weird going in? Like, come on.
Like, I think they should actually just start calling him Uncle Curtis. Like, that's what they need to do.
It's not okay when Curtis is around. I was literally like, oh, this is icky. But yeah, so Curtis and Lucinda go in. At least Lucinda is jokes. At least there's that. But it would have been better if it was Tanya.
Well, Kim Brown says Lucinda is very unpleasant. She will eat Jack alive. Well, we could see that.
I don't even
know. Again, Jack, I mean, what I'll give Jack is that you're optimistic, innit, about your abilities. Some would say too optimistic.
I feel like it's purely because of his dad. But and that was a terrible conversation.
That was listen, let me tell you something, yeah. If I had a famous dad, the last conversation I ever want to have with any girl is you asking me bare questions about my dad.
It was ridiculous, and she didn't stop.
Like you're just telling me that there's nothing about me.
No, that was a dry entrance anyway. So they have the obligatory chats with each set. Again, nothing kind of crazy was being said. Millie definitely had googly eyes for Curtis.
Yes,
and Jess,
she was staring at him hard at one point.
Very much so, and I feel like Jess likes him too. I was really like, what are you guys seeing in Curtis? I don't know, but I think Curtis is probably gonna go for Millie. Like that's the couple. I don't know where Lucinda is gonna go with it, because in the games, Tommy is a poor man's version of the dude that she coupled up with. Basically, they just both got brown hair. That's probably the only similarity. I can't see Sean. Sean is just. I can't see where Lucinda's gonna go. I don't know. I don't know where. Where do you guys think Lucinda is gonna land? Because it definitely ain't with Jack.
Connor. I think it's gonna be Connor. And I think Connor. I think in the next episode, Connor is moving to Lucinda.
Shit, that's long for Whitney.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know, because she ain't quiet. Like Connor's a little bit like simple.
Oh yeah, because you're not saying that Lucinda's a bit
she
mad.
ain't that girl. She ain't a Millie. She isn't that girl. So I don't know of a guy in there. Maybe I don't know. Guys, who do you think Lucinda is gonna go for? But Tommy pulled her first, and I was like, this is vibeless. Tommy, you're saying nothing. There's nothing about you.
Do you know why Tommy pulled her first? Because he knew he didn't have a chance.
Yeah, he just.
So he's like, I can be the one to break the ice because I know I don't have.
But also, even him being like, I'll do it, and then you're talking about where should I take her, lads? And then you have Shaq having to clear the way for you. Like, I was just literally like, Tommy, you're such a you're terrible. This is really sad. But yeah, so I don't know where she will go. Maybe Sean could be in there. She may appreciate his cheese, like just to get through the show. I don't know. I don't know. What do people say?
You're gonna have to read it.
Curtis. We have Lucinda is sneaky. Tommy was trying to put on for the boys. No, Lucinda just talking about Jack's dad. Yes, for real.
That would quick. Imagine like Lucinda is looking at you, and all you are to Lucinda is your dad's sperm.
Yeah. Well, even just saying like my mum really likes your dad, I have no idea what that is. Lucinda will try it with Scott.
That would be interesting.
Okay, I could see that angle. I don't, but weren't her and Scott both on the show? I can't even remember. It feels like Scott has been in so many shows. I think Scott was in the games, wasn't he? See there as well. I don't know, but maybe she would.
Yeah, Sleep for Peace says, I still want to know the tea on Lucinda and Millie beef. I'm interested in that, what that's about.
That was interesting.
That
they used to be best friends.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. Gilman says, Nana, go and grab your nephew from the villa, please. And bring him where? He's
no longer my nephew. He is just some guy with dreads and 75 teeth.
Asha says, I need a refund. These bombshells are not what I ordered.
No,
they're not what anybody ordered. Like at this point, it's like the producing team. You men are not trying.
No,
you men are not even trying.
You can't keep on surely
I can call Curtis.
There is a bank of people that want to go in. Yeah. Surely we don't need to have folks that we just saw the other day come back again.
No, I'm sure if we wanted to, we could get Curtis on this live stream.
I feel so.
Like Curtis seems too accessible.
Yeah.
Like why Curtis? Like, come on, man.
I was literally like, no, please no.
Yeah.
I don't see how they're gonna particularly help.
Yeah. Kim Brown says, imagine the disappointment for the girl seeing Curtis sat at the fire pit. My whole mood just dropped. Like I literally at that point, that's when I clocked out the whole episode. I was like,
no, it was shy. I was literally like, this is the worst bombshells. Like this is shit. But basically, Millie is gonna have a man now. That is where we are. Mm-hmm. Like that's what's gonna happen. It's like, okay, cool.
So apparently, Lucinda won up 250K.
Yeah, she won with the dude.
See, if Shaq has got any sense, he does what he'll do.
Does Lucinda like black?
Who doesn't?
No, I don't. And I don't know. I feel like even if she did, it would be a pretty boy, and it's not Shaq.
Be a Harrison, innit? It'll be a Harrison.
Yeah, I don't know.
Diana Ho says Curtis and Lucinda are collecting villas like souvenirs. Dear. It's Friday. I know, even though we did it yesterday, we will take a couple today. So I've just put the link in the chat.
Jump on.
So if you want to jump on,
sound off,
and tell us what you are feeling, what you are thinking.
It was 150.
What was 150? Oh, 150K. I mean, 150,
They did.
250.
I mean,
I'll take it.
When she was in it, I didn't even think she was gonna come anywhere. To be fair, because she wasn't the greatest, but you know.
Charlene says Lucinda won games with a scamming. Came out, got back with Mer, and they broke up 2 months ago. Oh, shame.
So it hasn't even been that long.
Queen Bella says Charlie is going to go back in the villa. I'm not even listening to you Zot now. But what I realize what you Zot are trying to do is you're just trying to say the most salacious things to get people excited. I no. I want right now, if you say stuff like that, I want you to cite your sources. Yeah,
what's Sleepful Peace saying?
Where's Sleepful Peace?
Tyreek and Toby.
Where is it? Tyreek and Toby are mad, but at least they have the chaotic energy we want to see. Yeah. 100%.
I mean, whenever I see one of Tyreek's clips, I keep on being like, just go into the villa. But he has alluded to they're not paying enough for him to go in. Like he'll make more money on the outside. But for our entertainment,
it's like, think
at
about
this point, I even want Toby in.
Yeah.
For our entertainment, just send somebody else in. And we have Dwayne in the house.
Okay. Let me get this in before.
We can't hear you, cousin.
Hold up. You can't hear me? Hello?
Oh no, we got what happened yesterday.
Hold on.
Yeah, he's coming. He'll be back again.
He'll be back.
Guys.
He'll be back.
And we should be reconnected.
Diva's Delight said Lucinda plotted and schemed to win Love Island games. I mean, that's the aim of the show, though.
Yeah. I love games. I really do love games. It's a good one.
LB says Ty and Toby should stay on social media.
No, but we need them in.
They're doing a good job there.
But they are flipping hilarious.
Dwayne, can we hear you this time?
Hello? You hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
We have
all
you.
Right. Let me get this in before the world sets on fire.
Okay.
Between you two, really. Okay. I understand everybody's anger towards Shaq. He was over the top.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and be like, oh, Shaq. No. He what he did was what Faye did, which was way too much. But they did exactly the same thing. I'm telling you, I know y'all mad that they didn't do anything. I swear, I think the producers told them to stay the fuck out of it and let them do that. I told you yesterday, once Charlie left, there was nothing. Everyone keeps talking about, well, Scott was going to say something today. I knew that wasn't going to work. That wasn't going to happen. They needed something today, and they used Whitney as the person to do it with, because they had nothing else. It would have been boring today.
Yeah.
And then with the two new bombshells, I mean, my jaw just say, "Oh, come on, really? What the fuck is this?"
Trash. Absolutely
trash. Now, this is where I will defend Shaq one thing.
Okay, let me hear it.
Okay. I think he got fed up with her, but he just did the Tommy thing. He did it at the wrong time. He did it. He should have done it yesterday, not today. Today is a different day. He should.
It was the same day for them. It was the same day.
I get it, but I'm saying when they're having the argument, you do it then. Don't let people walk off and come back later and all that. No. That then now you're just being an asshole now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to argue with Whitney, you do it all at the same time. Don't wait like 15, 25 minutes. It's like, come on. Come on. You're a male. You're not a woman. Come on. You're supposed to be a male here. And
you know the thing about Shaq is like unable to read a situation. So even when he went over to Whitney and you could see she was upset, and it's like you didn't even want to stand down.
No.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
His eyes was red. He had no confidence. He wasn't comprehending anything. Scott could have went up and told him something. He wasn't hearing nobody. You saw what he was doing in the kitchen, talking to nobody. Like I mean, people were just trying to eat. I mean,
you know what Shaq reminded me of in that moment? He reminded me of an African mum when she's angry and she's just walking around the house, just shouting. So it's not even directed at any kid in particular.
Exactly.
It's at everybody.
Yeah. So that's my thing is Whitney. From now on, I hope she learns just to stay out of. When it comes to him, stay the hell. Just don't poke her face in it anymore. Just let him go. Don't, because to me she basically started this, and he wanted to finish it. She should have never said. She should never said anything about the bail thing. She should have kept her mouth shut. She should never.
But she apologized. Like, what you?
No. Nana, I get that. Nana, I get that. I get that. But you shouldn't get involved at all. It's not. It's not.
No. That's not fair. That's not fair.
No,
it is fair. It is fair.
She's fair.
Because
she said it, and she did say, "My bad." She said, "My bad." She said, "I'm sorry." It was actually done then. Shaq
she was
got a bee in his bonnet. Like, Whitney's down. I'm gonna go for it.
If this was only time
he went for her. He seized the opportunity.
If this was the only time she did that, then I agree with you. This is not the only time she's done this to him.
But she apologized though. So what's basically?
No.
It's not okay if she apologizes. What do you basically just wanted to cuss her out, and you're saying that Shaq was going on like Whitney was the one that cussed him out, and he's now defending himself. And it's like the girl had apologized. She actually, in all the conversations with Shaq, she apologized like 4 times to him, said sorry, and still wanted to rant at her. He's an idiot. No, it's not okay.
Yeah. I didn't say it was okay. The word would never. When did I ever say it was okay? I never said it was okay. I'm just giving you his perspective, okay? Because everyone wants to jump on him, but she has been picking on him. I'm sorry. Y'all can dismiss that all y'all want to, but she has been picking on him in conversations more than once.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And eventually he said, "This is my time. I'm just gonna." I don't know about her being in the bottom made him do that, but I just think he feels great right now. He got 2 people fighting over him, like 2 people want him, and the world is on fire for him right now. So I'm gonna get it all out. Yeah, I'm gonna say it with my chest. Now, I do agree with some of the women saying that if a man did that, no, he wouldn't have done that. No, I definitely agree. No, if Scott said something like that, no, he would not have pumped his chest to Scott like that. No. None of them. Yeah. So that's why I do agree with that. So I get why y'all want to basically hang him from a tree today.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't want him going to have Jack, Connor, Tommy, and Sean still there. I'm sorry. They're not giving me nothing.
Yeah.
And Leanne is wallpaper. Wallpaper.
Like,
she's gonna coast to this.
Tommy and Sean absolutely can go before Shaq.
No. Shaq can go before them.
Nah.
As I said, Shaq and Kieran are on my absolute. As soon as we can get them out, they need to be gone.
Well,
so you would take out Shaq and Kieran before Tommy and
I was able to remove Shaq today, he's gone.
Nah. What you want to watch? Dry stuff?
I want him out.
Then you have nothing.
I want him home watching
this show would have sucked if they didn't have that crap today.
Yeah.
You taking Shaq out, then what?
I want him out.
No.
I want him home watching her.
You're thinking too personally now.
I'm
thinking from a perspective.
All you are.
Tommy and Sean come out the thing. Because this episode today, where were you?
I mean, we didn't even hear from Sean.
Right. Leanne, what is she doing? Sammy, Karen, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Scott didn't even do anything this episode. I think I now know it's 2 producers now. I know she got hit, but it's Scott and Whitney is both producing this show. Okay, so Whitney's not going anywhere. So Whitney's gonna somehow survive. Jess. Okay. I know you said black people should cry sometime. Whitney better not cry on this fucking show. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna hang her ass for crying. Do not cry on this fucking show. They don't deserve your tears.
You have to.
No,
not
on this show.
Their tears.
Not on this show.
I too have a heart, I too have feelings.
No. Do not show. Don't show weakness. Fuck that.
No, we have to
stand on business.
No.
That's the one thing I do respect. That's the one thing I respect from her. Stand on business.
This is what we've been told, and it doesn't work because all people think is that you can carry the world on your flipping back, and it doesn't matter what because you're strong. You is strong. You're a good black. No, we have to actually be like, you know what? We have feelings too. We too. It hurts us, and we must cry, even when you know that I could hold it in if I wanted to. But sometimes a black woman has to cry and just be vulnerable and lay it all out there so that they can at least see that we are humans.
What? Nana, if you went down that show started crying, I'm telling you to bring your ass and take your ass right off the goddamn show. No, we're better than that. I'm sorry.
You know what the crazy thing is? If she was on a show, obviously it wouldn't be Love Island, and she was crying and she started crying, I would be sitting there and be like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
Thank you.
Suck it up.
I would pull it out.
Suck it up. No.
I can cry easily as well. I would absolutely be there boohooing and literally being like, no, it's just so horrible. Everybody's attacking me. Why are they all coming after me? I'd be crying.
Sunken Steve said, like, why can't she cry? Like, I'm saying from like a game show perspective,
right?
Exactly. I wouldn't want to watch my wife crying so that everybody else there is like, how we got to her. So that's why.
Right. Thank you, Neil. Exactly. Exactly. If we're real life fine, you can do whatever you want to do. If you're outside on the street, you can do whatever you like. Cry, pout, moan, I don't care what you do. But on this game show, we already get treated like garbage. Don't give them that. Don't give them that they can get to you. I don't want that. It's bad enough we can't win as it is. We can only win as mixed couples. Yeah. We can't win as two black couples unless you embarrass yourself.
Mimi and Josh.
Unless you embarrass yourself. Come on.
Mimi had to drag herself across the floor for that win.
Yes. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's bad enough. I don't like. That's why I don't like really. I only watch it now because of you guys. But if it wasn't for you guys, I don't watch this crap either. Because after a while, it gets annoying. After a while to see how they treat us black folks. And then bring Lucinda back. I say she just won this goddamn money. What the hell is she doing in the show? Why they have to bring her back? For what?
It's unnecessary to have Lucinda there.
Now, have you chopped the money already or what?
Well, she isn't going to have any, because it's just unnecessary. It was just the other day. I swear there has to be somebody else more. There has to be somebody else.
There's probably plenty of people, but the problem is, do they want to come? I mean, they talking about $3,000 a day to stay in. They paid them $3,000 pounds a day to stay.
A day or a week?
A week.
A day. A week. I'm sorry, a week.
A week.
Yeah, a week.
A week.
Yeah, a week. So that's not.
I mean, why would she? It's Lucinda, and I guess you would be like, I'm gonna just raise my profile again.
Yeah.
Well, now see,
what's she gonna give us? This is dry. It's gonna be.
She's not giving us anything.
She ain't gonna give us anything.
She doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna let's put it out there. She don't like black folks. Okay.
I thought so. Okay, I thought so.
Because the black folks in the game, she was against. All the black folks, they were too strong for her, and she was all over them. So don't be surprised if Whitney and Leanne have a problem with her eventually.
Whitney was alluding to already, like, she knows her, and she was like, people don't know how Lucinda is.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting in itself, because I don't think Shaq would have a hope in hell.
No. Shaq is not going in.
Gonna be with?
Lucinda is going to try to mess with Scott or look for Candyman. Those are the only two.
Oh, sure.
Karen staying with Sammy because he thinks he's doing exactly what he did his season.
Yep.
He's doing what what's the name did in Faith season. He's basically keeping Sammy, and then let's poke holes into everybody else's group to make me look good. That's all Karen is doing. So you could put him in your hate list, but that's what he's doing. He's just trying to make himself be the better. Because to me, he's the only real couple. So I'm not even gonna call them a real couple because they don't do anything. They don't show them. They don't really talk. So like I keep telling you, they all single. That's why I keep saying they all single. Because Scott and Leanne don't talk either.
That relationship is weird.
Yes.
I'm not.
So that's why everybody
keeps
saying Leanne for the win, but what has Leanne done that
Right.
makes you think she's gonna win?
And right now, if you
Scott
was
is
to
the
say
one
to
that would get the
Leanne,
win.
if you say to Leanne, tell me 5 things about Scott.
Right.
She can't.
That's what I mean. That's why
he lives in Wales. That's it. She ain't got nothing past that.
So this is the reason why yesterday we needed 2 real bombshells, and these 2 are not it. These 2 are not it. No, I don't hate Curtis. I enjoyed them during his season, but his best relationship was with a guy. Let's be all 100 about it. Okay. Y'all know that. Don't smile and look down like y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all looking around with your head covered for it.
No, I hear it.
But I already knew what today was going to be. That's why I sent you the message earlier. Because once I saw the stream, the first 15, 20 minutes, I said the girls are going to be livid after this. I seen it. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Yeah. What is wrong with him? What did she do to him? Did she spank him in his prior life? Now, I got a question, though. Somebody brought up in another stream. I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
About them two particular, Whitney and Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
Is Shaq and Tanya, not Shaq and Tanya, is Tanya and Whitney like friends or friends? When I say friends, I mean friends that grew up together or friends they got together during Love Island.
Okay, no, they knew each other before Love Island. So what they seem to do now when they're doing their casting, they seem to then like start hitting up your friends. And I think within the influencer space, Tanya went on first and she put on a few people for Love Island, a few of the black girls for them to hit up. So I don't know how long her and Whitney had been friends, but it was before Tanya even went on Love Island.
Okay.
So they've known each other a few years. Anyway.
Because I'm trying to understand the them from the start.
Okay, so
that's my thing.
Yeah, Tanya have been friends from before being a part of the Love Island universe, and it was Tanya that put Whitney on and Mimi as well. They were all Tanya's friends, but I don't know how long because obviously Tanya isn't a Londoner, but I think it's from being an influencer, and Whitney used to sell a lot of wigs to the influencers as well, so. She was popular. She's known from before Love Island. I think they are actually friends, like truly brethren.
Okay.
Maybe then her hate for him is justified, I guess. I don't think she needed to be that. I just don't think she needed to be that way with him. That's all. That's my whole thing. I don't think she needed to bring that. Her hatred, I guess not even saying hatred. She shouldn't be hating anybody that much. His dislike for what he did to Tanya, I guess, for a lap dance or whatever he did. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I know.
Yeah.
This is the thing. It's like, yes, she did.
So basically,
she did poke at him.
But she should. For me, they should have stayed away from. But when he came over, for me, if I'm Whitney, I'm gonna let you know what I would have done. Yeah. If he come to me barking or whatever, come here or whatever, whatever he said, because he was saying so much, like yelling at her, like that was his little daughter or something like that.
Yeah.
Boy, see, that's when the black should have came out.
See, I rate Whitney because I think what she did was the black came out, but she held it down. So she was just like, sit down, bring it down and sit down.
Yeah,
and he did
because it had. You could see he's all het up, and especially when you're not there with a person, you know, when you're also not angry anymore at them.
Yeah,
she was more thinking about Jess, so it's like, why are you now coming? Like, even her face just looked like, why are you here?
She was baffed. She was baffed. For her, that thing was in the past. That's gone. That's
we
happened.
kind of sorted it out at the fire pit, though. Really,
he can't get over it though. That was his thing. He couldn't get over it.
Yeah.
And now
he's too salty.
Yeah, he's salty. But let's get to I want to talk about real quick. Whitney and Jack. All right.
Yeah.
I got a couple questions about that one. Now, she did it better than me. When he went to whatever explanation, the bull job he sent to her.
Yeah.
Boy, I don't like that Charlie crap. That it annoys me. All I would have said, boy, bye.
Yeah.
Boy, bye. Boy, bye. That'd have been it for me. And then to hug Jess after that bullshit that happened last night. Come on.
I mean,
what are we doing?
You know, sometimes as well though, it's like a survival skill, innit? So I can only liken it to like when you get into something in at a workplace, yeah. And even though you may not really want to squash the beef, you know that you can't be the black person in the workplace to be continuing the beef. So therefore, you're like, all right, let's hug it out and keep it moving. And so sometimes I feel like that's what it's like in those situations when you're like the minority in the situation where you're like, you want to say your piece, you want to rant, but then we all know as black people as well, we are also consciously always aware of like, oh, I don't want to be an angry black man. I don't want to be an angry black woman.
Yeah.
No, I get all that, but you could give it a couple of days though. I wouldn't have did it right away.
Yeah, that was the worst kind of shitty apology. Right. I feel sorry for her, but I think if she had anybody else as well as Scott like riding for her, she may have stressed it out a little bit longer with Jess.
Yeah.
She may have kept her at arm's length for a little bit longer, but I feel she just didn't have that backing that they're showing her. So it's a bit like, look, that's my girl anyway. Let me just keep it. They ain't gonna be the same. I think. When we get out, it's gonna be like Ella. Her and Jess are probably not going to be friends when they come out.
No, and I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be.
I don't think we're going to see them.
You're not doing that to me, and then things are the same.
We ain't seeing them out and about again.
Yeah,
that's for Love Island. We're not seeing them again.
Yeah. That's why I don't. That's why I want to do the hug though. Okay, I accept your apology, and I would just moved on. That no apology because we can't be friends no more.
Yeah,
but
the thing is not accepting the hug is actually
then
like it's an attack.
She would have. Then people would have.
Oh, okay. She gave it a hug and she still was crying. So what's the point?
But that's Jess, isn't it?
It's almost like it's a zero-sum game sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's just like you've got to give the hug just for the situation not to get bad, but it ain't gonna get any better. Yeah. But you have to give the hug.
Like she ain't. They're not friends.
Yeah,
they are not.
That's why I hate it. This is why I hate America in general with this fakeness. That's this fake friends. That's why I call fake friends.
Yeah.
That's why I hate. I can't stand. I can't. But I keep telling them this is not Friendship Island. It's supposed to be Love Island. But you know, everybody get on their feelings about friends too much in the shows too. That's which bothers me. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's another conversation.
Yes,
we're gonna bounce.
Yeah.
This cat rocks on the line as well. But thank you again, and we will.
No problem.
This cat rocks.
Hi.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah,
so Kaz put something on her stories, and she said Whitney's uncomfortable and overwhelmed, and people not having her back in there is mad right now. Majority of the Islanders suck. And that really sums it up, her experience right now, totally. Yep. And if anybody understands that feeling that Whitney's going through, it's definitely Kaz.
Yeah.
And what pissed me off is, Jack, like, you went up and you spoke to Whitney. You completely centered yourself into something that it wasn't about you. And at no point in time did you even say, how are you? Do you need a hug?
How are you? Are you okay? How are you feeling?
Do you need a hug? All yesterday when you needed a kiss, you can't give a hug now.
The truth,
because you know how she was feeling.
Can we get a moment of silence?
The truth. Oh my God, for real.
Because what are you on? And then you're saying you don't want nobody in drama, blah blah blah. You don't want that. But when Kieran's out here destabilizing black relationships and telling you must go for Jess and telling Scott that he must go for Millie, you're considering Jess as somebody that don't want drama. What the hell? Like, sir. Just say that you don't want a black girl. That you had a little
Basically,
taste and you
yeah.
change your mind now because
Yeah.
the block is too hot. Because that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is, really. So
Actually,
he just pissed me off.
But
And
you know,
Shaq,
there's
was
a wider conversation there, like, because all of that is true. But then I also, when I think about the situation between Whitney and Jack, I'm also like, I get the parameters of the game, so I understand that. But there's a wider conversation of boundaries in it. Like, have your because in no real situation would Whitney and Jack be talking. And I just feel like, you know what, you could have extended that to the villa as well, and just kind of being like, Jack, me and you are gonna vibe as friends because it's not really a thing, and just bide your time and wait for see who else is
But
gonna
I
come.
don't think that's fair because I think she genuinely did kind of start liking him.
I feel so, you know, because she wouldn't
by force.
She wouldn't.
By
She wouldn't
force.
kiss.
Yeah, but
normally,
everybody's
like,
in there liking each other by force. What do you mean?
It was by force.
They're all liking each other by force.
Looking at Jack. No one can't tell me nothing. She weren't looking at Jack.
Yeah, and Jack needs to realize that he only has stock because of Wendy. Because of Whitney. His stock was zero.
Yes.
His stock only has some gravitas because of who he's linked to.
Basically.
Let's get it right and correct.
Jack would have been out of here if it wasn't for Whitney. And he rode. This is the thing.
He's been riding Whitney's coattails to stay in the villa.
That's it. And then
and now he thinks that he's above her.
He was like, I don't need to do it anymore. What?
Right.
But I needed Whitney to use her discernment to see how he is being and be like, he ain't really on me, you know.
But the problem that she has is that she also has no other options, and you can't be in there without options.
Connor.
So she's in between her. Well, yeah, but I mean, she's in between a rock. But remember, Connor is there, but she actually liked Jack.
Yeah.
So she was in between a rock and a hard place. But anyway, even if I put Jack to the side, Shaq is the one that pissed me off even more so today. Because he was fully committed to misunderstanding Whitney. And I was really annoyed at Belle because you shouldn't have left that room because you saw that he was already on smoke and she was in there by herself. Why would you walk off and leave her in there by herself? No, you need to help to defuse the situation so that it doesn't get out of hand. And how many times do I have to apologize to you? And you take it. You just wanted to argue and argue and argue. And even when he came into the bedroom and he started arguing, she was like, can we calm down a bit? Let's just sit down. Let's just lower our tone. And he weren't having it. Like, what more do you want? You just want to argue.
Basically. That is what he really... I feel like Shaq was actually disappointed that Whitney wasn't in there talking to the girls, talking about him.
Oh, because he so thought that
thought that was good. And where they all looked at him like, what's going on with you? But most definitely, I think all of the girls, it was disgusting to leave and leave her there. But for Belle to be like, if you need me, come and get me. What type of foolishness is this?
And the whole nonsense was because of you and your efferys. Because you're the one who is in the middle of all this BS.
It's just the truth.
So where you going?
No, it's actually out of order. If I was Whitney, you know, it'll be one of those. She'll get through this and she'll get home, and then
she needs to come home and ban out all of them except God. All of them. Because I look back at a clip today, and when Shaq was talking, Leanne was actually saying, yeah. And I said, wait, I didn't even see that. But they put it on Twitter. And I said,
was she?
Yes.
Because I saw Leanne standing there.
When he was ranting today,
looking at him. Oh, wow.
She was like, ooh, like hyping him. I said, Leanne, why are you adding?
No, it's out of order.
I feel like, and Leanne is my Ghanaian sister, but I feel like we just have to watch her with the one eye. We have to watch her.
And I fully understand that Whitney did start it. However, when she realized she was in the wrong, she said, oh, my bad, I got it wrong, and apologized. Like, what more can you do? Like, yes, I got it wrong. Yes, I started it, but I'm sorry. And then if it's not accepted and you still want to rant and rave, what do I do now? And then you want to still beef.
We have LB saying Leanne wasn't agreeing with him. Leave her alone. She was traumatized during her season. Leanne
he was agreeing. If you look at the clip, because I had to watch it more than once because I was like, wait, I didn't even clock this.
Oh,
it's there in 4K on Twitter. If I find it, I'll put it in the WhatsApp chat.
Yeah, put it in the group.
Because I was like, wait, ooh, like, like a little giggling along with, like, I said, girl.
Oh,
and the thing is, in that group of people that was sitting there, because it was Shaq, and I think it was mainly girls. I can't remember who was there, but I do remember Leanne was the only one responding.
Oh, wow, Leanne.
Girl, what are you doing? Because you know now I'm not going to vote for you. I care who you with. And I got 2 phones.
Love it. Erin says, yeah, she said you're right.
Yeah.
Leanne was agreeing.
She was agreeing. I was shocked. Because you don't have to. I mean,
Leanne, we're watching you.
No, I was vexed with her just standing there with Scott's coat on, looking at.
We're mad enough. What are we doing?
And not saying shit. But
yeah.
No, that's why.
You just continue doing that NPC. Don't be saying nothing. Anyway, that's me. I'm gonna go now.
Thank you.
Right over.
Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh,
dear.
Have we got Nicole with us?
Nicole is here.
Hey, Nicole.
Oh, hey, Nicole. How you doing? So whilst we've been talking to Dwayne and this cat rocks, academic artistry, I can see, has been going back and forth with some people. Okay. So I don't know if people want to gist me a little bit or like rethink, but let's go with the last quote. Okay. Let's address that. So every Love Island year is always anti-black man hate from miserable women on TikTok. Okay, so
is this in regards to Shaq or something?
Yeah, so he said something earlier on about any man that is with Whitney, basically their life is in danger because
because she goes at people.
Because she goes at people, and it's like, while I think that statement, the way that you worded it is hyperbole, like saying that a man's life is in danger, I think is hyperbole. I will say that I understand the concept of what you're coming from in terms of, and I'm not necessarily relating this to Whitney, but the terms of a woman who will go out, mouth off, and get into disagreements, then the man's got to get involved, and blah, blah, blah. But I feel like at the moment, you're doing a little bit too much heavy lifting.
And it doesn't have to be like that, because I'm not. Let's take Whitney and Shaq's situation. Now, I don't think if I was Whitney and it's gone there, and I have actually apologized in this instance, yes, I may have been poking from time to time. I'm not saying you have to back what I'm saying wholeheartedly. If you don't agree with me to that person and just echo what I'm saying, I would think as a good partner, you go into diffusing this situation, like basically what Scott was doing after when she called him, and he's like, this is your head up, this isn't even the time to be talking about this because you're getting vexed about it. It's a bit more being like that, and then you be in support of the person. That's what I would expect any of Whitney's partners or anybody that I could throw myself in there as well. I too can be a loudmouth and sound off. I would expect the person to be in a diffusing. If somebody is coming at me in some way, then yes, then there can be we meet at the car park type of vibe. But generally, you can just be a diffuser. You don't have to go into war. Like it doesn't have to be that way. And I don't like it when men start putting women into something like you can't have an opinion because if I'm your man, I'm gonna have to battle the person. And it's like, well, no, not really.
No. But there is a thing of like, so as the man, yes, it's not like you have to go, I have to go and avenge my woman. But sometimes the opposite man is a wily cat who's like the energy changes. So when it's a man and a woman going at each other, it's like bam, 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 bam. And then the moment another man comes into the situation, the energy does shift. Okay. And so the other man is immediately going to be on what you want. Yeah. And it could be a straight attack. And then before you know, you haven't even had a chance to diffuse the situation because the man is on the attack.
I mean, we have no situations like this.
Well, this is what I was coming to say. Yes. And this is what I said at the beginning. This is why it was like, I understand the concept of what you're saying, but I'm saying we are doing some heavy lifting right now because the reach from where we are in terms of what's actually happened in the villa and what you're talking about in terms of social dynamics in real life, I think he said
gone far.
It's gone far. It's going a little bit too far. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All right, what we got? Properly. Ava J says, oh, yes, Leanne did receive a lot of post-show abuse. So, yeah, she's going to tread with caution for sure. The public can be horrific. Sunkiss Diva says, academic needs to stay in the bin because what he's saying is so unfair. Mrs. D8228 says, when I heard Whitney was returning to this show, I was disappointed. This trash show does not see it for black women, full stop. Love Toya app says, I'm not turning on Leanne. Sorry. The way the fans did her on her last season. Academic says, if you do something wrong to someone and you really want to apologize, you must let them express how they felt when you offended them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I was going to say to a point, innit? Because
there has to be a respect in the first instance from the person to have a rectifying. Now, if Shaq was calm and then he came into the room to her and was like, can we talk? And he let it out. Like, when I was sitting by the fire pit, you made me feel like, and he was calm about it, that would be a wholly different conversation. And if that had taken place and Whitney came at him with some vim, then we could be like, what, she handled that wrong. But he didn't do that. So if you're coming at me with some rare, and she still was being pleasant to him to like bring it down, let me hear you out, and you're still railing up. No, I don't need to listen to you. And I still think she gave him a lot of grace in how he was talking to her.
Academic goes on to say, who said anything about opinion? Whitney is always involved in mess. That's very dangerous for any man that wants to deal with. I would say
she isn't always
up until this point. If you're gonna say who was involved in mess in this villa, I'm saying Jess.
It's been Jess and Scott. Whitney has like this is the first thing.
This is her first thing.
Whitney has definitely said small quips to Shaq that he seemed to brush off.
Yeah.
That has happened. But mess, Whitney hasn't been in mess. And Whitney actually isn't always in mess at all. Even in her season, she was.
So Academic has come back and said it's not too far. Whitney is always involved in mess. So what I'm going to say for you now is list it.
Tell us the mess.
Tell us the mess. Aries says Academic has a lot of energy for Whitney. What about Jess and her mess? Waving Cat Design says Shaq just needed to cool down in the pool. He was too much. LB says Leanne was simply trying to get an opening to defend Whitney, but Shaq was ranting. She can't put herself back in a position to receive death threats.
I mean, I have to watch it back. I have to watch it back again because if she was nodding in agreement, that's crazy.
Mehmed says, will you be covering Love is Blind SA? There's a South Africa.
Is there?
Hey,
if there is, we love a South African reality show.
Yes,
I didn't know there was one.
Do you know what? If there is, I'm all over that.
Tell us more details, please.
Yeah.
Give us more details. I don't even know.
Jordan says, "Oh, sorry, Erin is it here? Oh, so Erin, it says you're here, Erin. But it says device not connected. So you might need to try again, Erin. I'm going to also put the link back in the chat.
Come
just
back
in case. Use this link again. Sorry, there we go. So Jordan Parker said, if I was traumatized by something severely, I wouldn't go back into that space willingly. But that's just me.
Fair.
Yep. Ava J says, yeah, I know we say this every year, every season and every country, but black women must stop coming on this show.
But Ava, I know, because even sometimes when I'm getting hit up for people, it's re-triggering. But I also, the show goes on and it can totally change people's lives, and I want Black lives changed. But I know what you're saying. But I wouldn't watch if they weren't there. It's such a hard place.
Love to ya app says Sammy, who is school friends with Whitney and has a relationship with her, should have spoken up.
Sammy was school friends with Whitney?
We never did know that.
Raw, that's crazy.
Academic says, if you want someone to calm down after you have done something wrong to them, try remaining silent when they start expressing. Well, no, not really. Because
Academic, this isn't how it went. I don't even know why you're doing. This isn't even how it went. We watched the same thing. Come on now, let's not be silly.
Sunky Steven says, if Jess and maybe Millie like Whitney did, it was Jess and maybe Millie like Whitney did nothing. Ava J says Shaq didn't want Whitney to apologize because he wanted to rinse her. Yeah, absolutely. Love to the fans to do this thing where they can't support two Black women at the same time. It's so weird.
Well, they were being supported.
No.
That was actually happening.
Because
I need to watch it.
Because in a way as well, what you're saying there is there should be a blanket support of two Black women, and we shouldn't look at the nuances of their behavior.
Yeah, that's what I hate.
Nobody is above being scrutinized and looking at their behavior.
I hate
so
that.
If we're analyzing Leanne and we're saying like, actually, she was very quiet during this period, I'm not sure we're on that. We can say that. And she doesn't get a pass just because she's Black. The same way that Shaq is getting rinsed, and he doesn't get a pass just because he's Black. Like, no, behave like decent human beings.
I think it actually does the Black experience a disservice to actually be like, it doesn't matter what behaviors are displayed, we should support them. We had this one year, and I can't remember who it was. It may have actually been in Whitney's year, and there were some parts where Ella was actually, she was being selfish, she was being self-centered, and each time we brought it up in the lives, people were like, but there's only two Black girls in there, they should be supported. And it's like,
doesn't mean you can behave like a chief.
Nobody is not supporting them. If it comes to votes, we vote for both of them, but we still have to be able to use our critical matter and say, this isn't good behavior. Just because they're Black, it shouldn't be that we don't point out when somebody has done a fuckeries. We can say that and still love them, but you can still show support and hold them and actually have a modicum of accountability. I think that's actually important. Like, we're not above that at all, and it should be the same for a Black woman as it is for a Black man.
100%.
It shouldn't be that, we can criticize a Black man to the hills, but when it comes to a Black woman, we can't, because that isn't how we have a good society.
How do we benefit? How do we grow? How do we develop? No, nobody is above the scrutiny. But Mehmed has confirmed South Africa, yes, please cover it. We the people need your lives. We are more than happy to be of service.
I love that. We the people.
We are more than happy to be of service. LB says, you can nod in acknowledgement of what someone is saying. That doesn't mean you're agreeing with what's being said.
Is that what it was? Was she nodding? I really need to watch it because I did not notice that at all. I just saw her standing there.
Academic. Ella being selfish. Between Ella and Whitney, who has been involved in the most mess? Selfish people are almost always involved in mess. I would say they were equally involved in mess. I mean, I do believe it was Ella that was in quite a committed coupling with Tyreek and then went off and decided to
not pick Bobby Pins.
To do a thing with Bobby Pins. So I don't really know where you're going with that one. What else we got? Love to your pap says, no, not a blanket support, but they've already started trying to do Whitney versus Leanne. Yeah, there's no need for...
Yeah, we don't need any verses.
We're not doing any of that. Annie Fantastic says, these people were horrible to Whitney. What else we got? What?
This cat Rock has put it in, but obviously my laptop's died.
What did she do?
I think this may be the clip on...
What is it on?
On X. Let me see.
Okay. Well, forward it to my WhatsApp. Forward it to my WhatsApp.
I will do that.
What else? Ava J says, that's actually true, Jordan Parker, but the level of racism has gotten worse and worse over time. Last year was absolutely traumatic for all of us. And that's in response to Jordan saying the majority of the winners in America have been black women, and Orlandria didn't need to win because she is winning. She was glowing at the Golden Globes.
Yes, she's doing so well. So well.
Ava J says there were talks of a Love Island Nigeria for ages. They need to get it done. A Love Island Nigeria.
I would love that.
Would be something else.
Biscat Rocks has just put 2 links in our WhatsApp group.
Okay.
So if we get that.
Okay, let's do this. And let's do that. Let's go here. Let's do that. Share screen.
Okay, then thank you.
Okay, let's have a look.
All right, let's see. So this is around the fire pit.
There's a lack of context. The facts are right. The facts are not right. Because she just said that we said it was mutual. So we're talking about the facts are right. No. There's a lack of context. The facts are right. The facts are not right. Because she just said that we said it was mutual. So we're talking about the facts are right. No. There's a lack of...
I did not notice. Ain't that weird how we watched it?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice her doing that. Okay, all right.
No. There's a lack of context. The facts are right.
That isn't agreeing with you anyway. It's just stirring.
That's stirring, isn't it? Because it's like, oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna say to that?
Yeah.
What are you gonna say
Erin's
to that?
here now.
Okay. Let's.
Or do you want to play the other clip?
Let's gonna play. Erin, hold on 1 second. We're gonna play the other clip, and then we are coming straight to you, Tyreek.
Let's see what Tyreek is saying. I feel like is it today? Tyreek was gonna be streaming with Yasmin. I think so. Today.
Boom, 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 boom.
Let's see what.
I love Whitney. I can't stand the way that they're treating her. They just can't deal with a loud, outspoken woman. They all think, oh, she's too this, she's too that, she's too much. Like, no, she says it how it is.
No, let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you what it is.
Here we go.
Cancel me if you want to cancel me. I don't care.
Here we go.
In this country, I'll say it, bro. Because me, I like to say stuff. In this country, if you are a person of color, i.e. not white, and you're loud, you're outspoken, they'll tell you, you shouldn't be like that. Why are you like that? Microaggressions.
Yeah.
However, if you're white, they will say,
if you're white, they'll say,
they're just being themselves.
I love the way you stand up for yourself.
I love the way you stand up for yourself. Boys will be boys. If you're black, they don't like you to be confident.
Mm-hmm.
That's the facts.
I'm the president.
What up, bro? Time for president, man. Shit.
Time for president.
He ain't lying.
It's the truth.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Let's see what Erin is saying.
Erin.
Hello, Evans fam.
Hello.
Listen, oh, child, I came in today and I was on smoke. I really was. I was on smoke. I had to go and balance myself with some pounded yam so that my blood sugar wouldn't go up. I don't think a lot of people realize that there's nothing left to be shocked about when it comes to people of color sticking together on this show. There's nothing left for us to see. We've seen it all. Season after season after season. I have zero expectations of black men coming on here and sticking up for black women or black women sticking together. I have zero expectations for it. Why? Because everybody handles things differently, right? Everybody has a way in which they move. And some people don't move in certain circles. And I knew that about Leanne. I knew that. It wasn't a shock to me. She's palatable for them white people. They love her being that docile, that quiet, that unproblematic black woman. Why? Because she isn't a threat. Whitney is a threat. Because she says what she wants when she wants. So I wasn't shocked. I wasn't going to be surprised. I wasn't going to be like, oh, why is Leanne not sticking up for Whitney? What? Were you expecting her to? Come on now. It's 2026. Get with the program. Get with the program. Now, as for Shaq, you see that guy, yeah? I've always known who Shaq was because on his season, I feel like people get amnesia about Shaq. I really do. We've seen this before.
The thing is, I remember, Erin, because you would always be like, stop calling him nephew.
Yeah, because he's not like all skin folk ain't kin folk. They're not. Shaq wanted an audience. This was his moment. This was his stage.
Yeah.
He did not feel that he got enough, right? Because he was already pissed because Charlie went home, right? You know, Charlie, he's alpha, being the beta that he is, right? His alpha went home, so he had to stick up for Charlie. He wasn't ever mad about AJ. AJ who? Nah. How dare you send Charlie home? That was what was actually eating him up. So all of this stuff that he was doing, it was all for show because he knows that he don't got it in him. He don't got it in him, not for Scott, not for Charlie, not for any of the men in there, not even for Sean. He don't got it in him. And I'll say that confidently.
Yeah.
Because he's always been a beta. And he saw that Charlie leaving left a vacuum and someone needed to fill it. And he knew that if he didn't get there quick, Scott might. But baby, the news is Scott already has that position. They voted him favorite boy. If that's not a smack in the face to let you know where you stand on the poll,
Sorry,
baby,
Erin, I'm just going to cut you off for a second. Academic, yeah, respectfully, I think you're new here because I haven't really seen your name. And so your comment just now about Erin is one of those black man bashing cat ladies. I'm telling you now, dress it down. Relax it, because we're not doing that here. So if you need to go off and get a green tea and come and relax, take your blood pressure pills and come back, then that's cool. But what we're not doing that. Sorry, Erin. Continue.
Yes. Like, and the thing is, Nana, you remember on Shaq's season, we were roasting Tanya for the way she was playing with him. Like, we were going so hard on Tanya in a way that, like, honestly, I had to actually check myself because I was like, am I really batting for Shaq right now? This is crazy. But we felt like she did him dirty.
Yeah.
So it's like to see him have taken that much time away from the show, be in a relationship with a black woman. You're telling me that the 3 years or 4 years that you guys spent together, you didn't learn a goddamn thing. You didn't learn nothing at all because the perception of what he did tonight is just, you just told every one of them people in there, y'all can disrespect her. Y'all can dog walk her. Why? Because I do it.
Yes.
And I will back you 110% when you do. Because Kieran was at the table when he was holding court the next morning saying, no, I have to back Shaq because what? What?
That is exactly the thing. And as much as I think somebody in our comments was saying like this isn't a race thing, and why is it that it would come down to race, and just because Shaq and Whitney are at loggerheads, and it's like it is because it sets a precedent for everybody else to be like, I can treat her like that.
Yeah.
And I know people know this because they act on it. And so even when they try and feign ignorance, like, oh, just because a black man said something about a black woman, it doesn't affect her. You know it does because you see it time and time again, that it does actually impede on people's work, on how people set on them, what takes place. It's really important that in this world, you don't do that shit, even when you have a grievance. Like you deal with it like you would your sister or your auntie, because it's that detrimental that when you show your aggression on her, everybody else is like, yeah, we can do the same.
Yeah, Because look what Jack and the beanstalk.
Oh Lord. Imagine.
Jack and the beanstalk now woke up the next morning and said he's going to sack off Whitney. You scrap. You bottom of the barrel.
But this is what I'm saying.
Actual leftover.
We have to learn about who we give access to. Who we give access to, because Jack should never have been in this position. He should never have been able to do that to Whitney.
Imagine.
Imagine.
I don't like drama. I don't like drama, and I don't think I'm the man for you. You weasel.
When he said, I'm going to take a step back, I think I actually tweeted, did you even take a step forward?
Exactly.
Did you even take a step forward? You say you're going to take a step back. A step back from what?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Oh, it just, the whole episode made me feel very icky. I was annoyed, and I was just like, I wanted to run in there and actually just fight her battles for her, because I was like, I would have just gone in there and everybody and their mama would have gotten it. Like, that's how mad I was, because I could not handle the way that everybody was dogpiling, and I just felt like, I know Whitney was doing her best to hold it together. And this is why I say they try the right people. All this stuff they do in the UK with Black women, you cannot get away with this in the US. I'm sorry. You cannot. You're not about to son a Black woman as a Black man on national television in America. It's not happening.
Yeah,
it's not happening, because your mama, your grandma, your great grandkids, all of them gonna have to come to the front.
Yeah.
You
know what's crazy? Even when I think about it, when Dijon was doing it, and then his mum and sister came in, they didn't even pull him on his behavior.
A little bit, but they didn't do it properly, and they only did because he was getting dragged online. So his sister had to do a thing of like, I would have even told him like, you can't speak to people like that. But it's very different. I do feel in America, you're going to lose so much, you wouldn't do it. Whereas over here, as we have academics there will be a whole pile of men that will defend the man that has done it. There will be a lot of people that will be like, no, it's not that bad. And that's the real problem with over here. There is the lack of like cohesion and just getting on code to be like, we can disagree, but there's ways that we do it so that you don't have all of the white men jump in and basically scrap over this Black woman.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, Jess, Nana, yesterday when you were defending Jess,
when I watched it back, now I understand the reaction, because I was watching it and I was like, Jess, really? Et tu, Brute? Like, probably, like,
we were trying to tell you.
I was like, what? Jess, that's your girl. You two have gone on holiday together. You do content together. She's helped your business. Like, no, that's wild.
I literally I was like, Nana, how much are you getting paid? When's the check clearing? When's the check clearing? Because I've never seen you defend anybody like this. Why are you defending Jess?
I like Jess. I was so I just didn't feel like she would do that to Whitney. Maybe to Leanne, but I was like, you wouldn't do that to Whitney because that's clearly your friend. Like you actually have a friendship with her. But well,
I think Jess was feeling shit about the entire time she's been there. Her journey has not been smooth, and Misery needed company in that moment. Misery needed company in that moment. She wanted her and Whit to be, because it's for her, it doesn't make sense that she's coming with Whit, and Whit now has two guys vying, practically begging for her attention, and she has none. And Jess would literally ideally be in the position that Whitney's in, but the role reversal is spinning her head, because she thought she was coming into this season with options galore, and and it's not panning out that way. It really isn't. So I knew she was gonna get to that point, because this is, I don't want to say this because I don't like feeling this way, but this is what happens when you're friends with certain type of people. Is you have, if you've picked up on the energy that, like, whenever things are going good for you, they always have to throw a little salt in your game. They gotta go. Kieran, Scott, Kieran is not your friend. Kieran is not your friend. Scottish, I need you to hear me and hear me now. He's not your friend. He's praying and actually salivating at your downfall. Because what do you mean? But she likes you. But she likes. Why are you pushing this so hard? Why are you so adamant? What is Millie paying you to make this happen? Because this doesn't make any sense. Millie said she's not gonna go there. Scott said he's happy where he's at, but for some reason you are holding on to this, and I see you. Wizard of Wales Place. I see you. I see you. You have a dark spirit. I see you. Because whenever it's the black women, you pipe up a lot. There's a lot of energy in you. There's a lot of fire in you. Mind you, we just finally started seeing your personality. How many hours ago when Sammy walked in? And Sammy, don't think I forgot about you too, because you were making slick comments as well. I caught it. I'm not gonna forget it. I see you. I see you, Sammy. Anyone that's looking at Sammy like she's just a quiet girl, don't trust that girl. Don't trust her.
She isn't quiet. And she wasn't quiet on her season. You know, if anything, Sammy's been trying to hold it down this time round, but she isn't a quiet girl.
Yeah,
it's with Kieran. I do think they are conniving. They are like plotting. They're doing the whole thing, and you see how they're always away from everybody, like the two of them sitting in a corner,
whispering, plotting. There's a lot. See, this is why I said there's a lot of snakes in that villa. There's a lot, and Whitney literally, unfortunately, was just like stuck yesterday, and I Connor is not it. I know Jack is dead in the water. For me, Jack was never actually an option. If I'm being honest, he was never an option. But Connor's also not an option, because Lucinda is now here. Hey, Lucinda is here. My God. Lucinda, why are you here?
Let's see what Connor's. I just don't know if Lucinda will even pay Connor any attention whatsoever, but Connor may try.
Definitely gonna try his luck.
Yeah, Connor's gonna try.
Because clearly Whitney's not interested.
Yeah. I mean, it's I don't even want to put Curtis as an option for anybody, because Curtis is not an option. He's not even for himself. Is he an option? He's not an option.
Uncle Curtis.
Uncle Curtis is back.
Yeah, crazy.
I think that's them. It's going to be Curtis and Millie. I think they are.
Yeah. Curtis and Millie. Lucinda. The thing about Lucinda is, I don't know if she's going to play the game or she's actually going to look for someone like she might be interested in them. Because it's not given authentic that you just left games one and you're back here again. Not less than 24 hours. Is there even a connecting flight from Fiji to South Africa? Like, what did they do? Did they just drop her a baggage claim and said, wait right here?
That's always available. I wonder who she's gonna. I think Dwayne was the one that said that she'll probably will try and go for Scott.
She will try to test Scott.
Weren't her and Scott in games together?
No. So Scott was in the first season of Games, and she was in the recent season of Games. So, but I feel like they know each other.
Yeah.
Like, or they have mutual friends in common or something. I don't know. I feel like they do. The situation with Millie, apparently Chloe Burrows is involved in that drama as well. So, yes. Yeah, the streets have been talking about that. we will find out. Yeah, this episode was dog, just dog shit. They need to take it to the bin.
Yeah. And
Take it to the bin.
They'll probably have their talk on Sunday, so maybe then we'll get some clarity on what.
I don't even want her to. I don't want her to pull Shaq, just for the fact that he was telling everybody, "Oh, she pulls me. I'm not gonna talk to her." Like, who are you? Who are you? Who made you this person? Helena, come to the front. Belle, come to the front. AJ, come to the front, because you people have hyped up this man. Why? Why?
It's like now, like when it first started and Shaq was talking to Helena, I was like, bro. Like, why are you doing that? Now I'm like, do you know what? Do your thing, innit?
He deserves everything.
I feel like you and Helena are probably equally yoked. Go and take Helena to the church.
I want to see what that church would look like, because it's gonna be is it gonna be a fire brainstorm? Because there's no way both of them are entering. There's just no way. But yeah, it was lovely talking to you guys. I don't even want to watch tomorrow's episode. I'm over it. These people are pissing me off.
Take care.
Have a good night.
Bye. Well, look at that. We have been here for 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh, wowzers.
Oh, yes. What are we doing tomorrow?
So tomorrow is the standard. I think they're going back to their normal programming. Maybe will we jump on and do Traitors?
Possibly. Look out for.
Yeah, we may do Traitors. I'm gonna watch the UK one because it's the finals. So let's see, and then we're definitely back again with Love Island on Sunday.
Yes.
That will be our.
Waving Cat Design says, sent Helena of Love Island. Very apt. Guys, thank you very much for your time again on this Friday night. If you haven't liked and subscribed,
come on,
I'd ask you to question your life choices.
Let's just do this. Just join us each time we go live. Get involved in it. Get involved in the channel. Like, watch all of the other videos. There's loads of stuff on there. Like, we may be your new favorite YouTube channel. That could happen.
Look at that. So I would say like, subscribe, even hit the notification bell. So if we do go live tomorrow for Traitors, you will know.
Yes.
You will know. So let's do that. Nana, final words?
Just love you guys. Like, this has been fun. We've had a really good our lives are always jokes, but these have been really fun. So I'm looking forward to either we do tomorrow, well, today, because it is Saturday, or we're back again on Sunday night afterwards. I think After Sun is back this Sunday. So again, we will go live at 10:30, and then we will dip into After Sun as it's happening.
Oh, sorry. So Mohammed said, "Ra, my super chat," and then I've just looked and I've seen it.
Oh, thank you.
We are so sorry. I don't know how that missed us. I don't know how I missed. Thank you so much. Thank you. Much appreciated.
No, that really means a lot. Honestly, it makes a difference when you guys give us super chats as well.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you very much.
And let us know as well. Like, I'm gonna be looking out for Love Island essay. Love is Blind essay.
So,
If you see anything else and you're like, you know what, it'd be jokes if these guys reviewed it, let us know, and we will get on it as well.
Absolutely. Guys, have a great Saturday, and we will see you either Saturday night or Sunday night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.